morning students. Welcome back to SST class of 7th. Children, in our previous video we were studying chapter number 3 of history, that is the Delhi Sultanate. Okay, in my previous video I had taught you about the Lodi dynasty, the Khilji dynasty and their various administration and reforms policy. Okay children, so now we will proceed further and today we will study about the Timur's invasion and important aspects of the rule of this Tughlaq's dynasty. Okay, so children, please open page number 33. Timur's invasion that was happened in 1398. Timur was a Mongol. He was a Mongolian. He was the ruler of Samarkand in Central Asia. Timur was one of look out to attack Delhi और तैमूर को क्या करना था दिल्ली पे अटैक करना था. He was waiting for an opportunity. In 1398, when he came to know of the chaos due to rebellions and weakening power of the central authority, Timur got an opportunity to fulfill his desire. And तैमूर को पता चला कि इंडिया में क्या हो गया, chaos हो गया है, प्रॉब्लम हो गई है, लोगों के बीच rebellions हो रहा है. Then he thought it is the right chance to attack over India. Like a hurricane, he stormed and destroyed everything that came on his way. और एकदम तूफान की तरह he came and whatever came in his path, he destroyed everything. He ruthlessly massacred people. Ruthlessly massacred means narsanghar, means he killed lots of people without any intention. After his devastation, Timur soon left Delhi, and after devastating means damaging Delhi, he left from Delhi. It is said that almost left it depopulated, और ऐसा कहा जाता है कि पूरी दिल्ली को उसने खाली कर दिया था, means he killed every people. With the loot he collected, he beautified his capital Samarkand with beautiful buildings, palaces and mosques. और ऐसा कहा जाता है कि जितना भी लूट का माल उन्होंने दिल्ली से प्लंडर लिया, उससे वो अपने समरकंद कैपिटल को और ब्यूटीफुल पैलेस बनाया, मॉस्क बनाया और बहुत सारी बिल्डिंग बनाई. ओके, नाउ इम्पोर्टेंट एस्पेक्ट्स ऑफ द रूल ऑफ तुगलक्स. अब तुगलक्स जो थे, तुगलक डायनेस्टी के जो रूलर्स थे, उनके क्या इम्पोर्टेंट एस्पेक्ट्स थे रूलिंग के. द दिल्ली सल्तनत कोर्ट. द कोर्ट ऑफ द सुल्तान वॉज वेरी सेरेमोनियल. जो सुल्तान का कोर्ट था वो क्या था, बहुत सेरेमोनियल था, मीन्स सेरेमनी परफॉर्म होती थी. सिजदा एंड पैबोस वेर परफॉर्म्ड विच क्लियरली इंडिकेटेड दैट द सुल्तान वॉज अकीन टू गॉड. और लोग क्या करते थे, सिजदा करते थे, मीन्स बो डाउन करते थे, पैबोस करते थे, हाथों को चूमते थे सुल्तान के, एंड इट वॉज कंसिडर्ड दैट द सुल्तान वॉज अकीन टू गॉड. Akin to God means equal to God. Okay, let us see how the court operated during the period of Muhammad bin Tughlaq. Okay, now we will see that. ठीक है. Then the second one is the Delhi Sultan. दिल्ली के सुल्तान कहते थे. The Sultan was all powerful. जितने भी दिल्ली के सुल्तान हुए, they were all powerful. Either Tughlaq, Firozdin Tughlaq, Muhammad bin Tughlaq, Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq. Okay, both on and off, especially where before succession there was a constant struggle between the Sultan and ulema during this period, and we have studied that कि दिल्ली सल्तनत में तुगलक जो रूलर थे, उलेमास और सुल्तान में हमेशा एक कॉन्फ्लिक्ट चलता था. Who were ulemas? Ulemas are the scholars of Muslim board which follow Islamic law. तो ये एक तरह से कह सकते हैं स्कॉलर्स है, मुस्लिम स्कॉलर्स है जो इस्लामिक लॉ को फॉलो करते हैं, उसकी थियोलॉजी को. ओके, then Muhammad bin Tughlaq ignored the ulemas to a large extent. And who was the ruler who ignored the ulemas? Yes, it's Muhammad bin Tughlaq. His rule was termed as un-Islamic by the ulemas. और उनके रूलिंग पीरियड को un-Islamic कहा जाता है उलेमास द्वारा, because he did not follow the ulemas. Hence Muhammad bin Tughlaq issued coins in the name of Khalif. इसलिए मोहम्मद बिन तुगलक ने जो coins इशू किए थे वो खलीफ के नेम्स पे थे. It was only then that the Caliph of that time was sanctioned Muhammad bin Tughlaq's rule as being legal. Even Firoz Shah Tughlaq rule had to be termed as legal by the Caliph. लेकिन फिरोज शाह तुगलक का जो था, उन्होंने जो गलतियां मोहम्मद बिन तुगलक ने की थी उसको नहीं की थी, एंड ही यूज्ड टू टेक part in the decisions done by the ulemas. The Sultan power lay in fact that he was the chief justice as well as the commander in chief of the army. और सुल्तान क्या होते थे? हेड होते थे of his kingdom, and he was the commander in chief of the army as well as the chief justice of his kingdom. He also enjoyed the power to appoint many ministers and officers and assigns duties to them. साथ ही साथ वो officers appoint करते थे, उनको duties देते थे. This was all done by the Sultan. Income, expenditure, collection of revenue, and in general all the finances were looked after by him. Okay? और जो भी एक्सपेंसेस हैं, जो भी कुछ है, एक्सपेंडिचर है, वो सब सारे उनके वजीर यानी कि मंत्री करते थे. ओके, व्हेनेवर द सुल्तान वेंट आउट ही लेफ्ट हिज वजीर इन चार्ज ऑफ द कैपिटल. और जब भी सुल्तान अपने किंगडम से बाहर जाते थे, दे यूज्ड टू चार्ज देयर ड्यूटी टू देयर वजीर. ओके, the wazir enjoyed full authority over the revenue department. He made important appointments and there was very powerful. Okay, तो जो वजीर अपॉइंट किए जाते थे किंग के द्वारा या सुल्तान के द्वारा, they enjoyed a very powerful position and they looked after the revenue department. The next important portfolio was Ariz-e-Mamluk. Army administration and needs of the army were looked by Ariz-e-Mamluk and its deputies. और Ariz-e-Mamluk क्या था? ये लोग आर्मी के एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन को देखते थे. They employed the soldiers, equipped them and trained them. They also paid the soldiers. They used to give them salary. Then the Bakshi was the paymaster of the army. और जो आर्मी में बख्शी होते थे, they used to pay the salary of the soldiers. चीफ काजी वॉज ए जुडिशियल पोस्ट. और जो जुडिशियल पोस्ट, जो जस्टिस से रिलेटेड पोस्ट था, इफ एनी मिस हैपनिंग और कॉन्फ्लिक्ट हो जा रहा है, तो चीफ काजी यूज टू रिजॉल्व दैट. ओके, ही वॉज द हेड ऑफ द जस्टिस डिपार्टमेंट एंड चीफ काजी यूज टू बी द हेड ऑफ द जस्टिस डिपार्टमेंट. He also looked after noble causes like charities and religious matters. Okay. Now the nobles, जो ministers थे, nobles were the most powerful man in both military and civilian post in the government. तो बहुत powerful man होते थे, higher officials होते थे, जिनको military और civilian post दिए जाते थे. As mentioned earlier, being powerful, they are always at loggerheads with the sultan. और powerful थे, so they were very close to the sultan also. There were several ranks among the nobility. और nobility में बहुत सारे ranks होते थे. The highest were the khans, the maliks, and then the amirs. Okay, सबसे पहले खान होते थे, फिर मलिक होते थे, फिर लास्ट में आमिर आते थे. Okay, the Ikta system was a system of revenue collection. Okay, we can say that nobles were assigned different places. We know that nobles were assigned different places. They received salary from the revenue of the place they were assigned. और उनको सैलरी कहाँ से मिलती थी? जिस डिपार्टमेंट में उनका अपॉइंटमेंट होता था, जहाँ से उन्हें वो रेवेन्यू कलेक्शन होती थी, उसी से उनको सैलरी मिलती थी. Villages or lands under the nobles were called muftis और इक्तादार्स, who were usually military commanders. और जो nobles थे जिनके अंडर विलेज या लैंड जो दिया गया था, उसको इक्तादार या मुफ्तिस कहा जाता था. They led military campaigns and maintained law and order in their iktas. ठीक है. The इक्तादार was also responsible for the collection of the tax. और जो इक्तादार होते थे, उनकी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी होती थी लॉ एंड ऑर्डर मेंटेन करना, साथ ही साथ टैक्स का कलेक्शन करना. He collected tax from the peasants in the village. और वो जो विलेज के peasants यानी कि फार्मर्स होते थे, उनसे टैक्स कलेक्ट करते थे. From the money which was collected as tax, he maintained the soldiers under him. और जो भी मनी उन्हें कलेक्ट होता था, उनके अंडर जो सोल्जर्स काम करते थे, उनको वो सैलरी पे करते थे. They also paid a part of their income from the tax collected to the sultan. और जो पैसे कलेक्ट होते थे, उसमें कुछ पैसे वो खुद का रखते थे, कुछ पैसे सोल्जर्स को देते थे, और कुछ पार्ट they used to give to sultan. During military operation or during times of need, they also provided contingents to the सुल्तान। और साथ ही साथ जब कोई मिलिट्री ऑपरेशन होता था, if Sultan needed the soldiers, they used to provide them. Iqtadars were very few during the slave dynasties and the Khiljis, and during the slave dynasty and the Khilji dynasty the number of Iqtadars were very less. This way because of their policy awarding Iqtas only to high military commanders. The Iqtadars however increased under the Tughlaqs. और ऐसा कम क्यों था? क्योंकि वो ज़्यादा उनको पे नहीं करते थे. They used to give to high military commanders. Okay, and number of Iqtadars increased during the Tughlaq dynasty. During this time the Sultan tried to keep a check on the Iqtadars so that farmers were not overtaxed and the troops were maintained properly. और Sultan used to look after the Iqtadars so that they should not collect the overtax from the villagers and should train the military or the soldiers properly. Okay, the Iqtas were not a permanent feature. They should be taken back by the Sultan and another Iqta be granted instead. और इक्ता कोई फिक्स नहीं था. अगर कोई इक्तादार ठीक से परफॉर्म नहीं करता है उससे इसकी इक्ता ली जा सकती है and may be changed also. Another instance when an Iqta could be taken over by the Sultan was the death of an Iqtadar. और कब इक्तादार से उसकी इक्ता ली जा सकती है? When he is died. This trend however was not followed after the Tughlaq dynasty came to power. ठीक, the Iqtas were taken over by the son when the father died, thereby making the system hereditary. और तुगलक डायनेस्टी में ये सिस्टम हेरिडिटरी हो गया कि if father died that post will be taken by the son. As the Sultan was weak and could not assert himself, the Iqtadars became powerful and acted as independent rulers. और तुगलक डायनेस्टी के टाइम जो रूलर्स थे बहुत strong नहीं थे, they were very weak, so Iqtadars enjoyed a very powerful position. Now we will study about the Sayyid dynasty. Okay, we have studied about Tughlaq dynasty, slave dynasty. Now we will study about the Sayyid dynasty. Khizr Khan was the first Sayyid ruler. Who was the first Sayyid ruler? Khizr Khan. He was appointed by Taimur to look after his conquered territory. और तैमूर ने उनको अपॉइंट किया था कि जो भी टेरिटरीज उन्होंने कॉन्कर की है उसको वो लुक आफ्टर करे. The Sayyid dynasty ruled for a short period of time and there were 4 Sayyid Sultan. बहुत कम टाइम के लिए Sayyid dynasty था और 4 Sultans थे. Okay. The first one is Khizr Khan Sayyid. He ruled from 1414 to 1421. Khizr Khan was the governor of Multan during the reign of Firoz Shah Tughlaq. ठीक है, and he was the governor of Multan during the reign of Firoz Shah Tughlaq, but he joined Taimur when he attacked India in 1398. लेकिन उन्होंने Taimur को join कर लिया when Taimur attacked India in 1398. After Taimur caused havoc and ruined Delhi, the political condition was not stable. Taimur left India by appointing Khizr Khan as the governor of Multan, Lahore and Deepalpur. और जब Taimur left हुआ after plundering the Delhi, he appointed Khizr Khan as the governor of Multan, Lahore and Deepalpur. In 1440, Khizr Khan captured Delhi and established the rule of Sayyid dynasty. Now the second one is Mubarak Shah Sayyid, that is he ruled from 1421 to 1434. Khizr Khan was succeeded by his son Mubarak Shah, and this Mubarak Shah was the son of Khizr Khan. He was a man of refined taste with a futuristic vision and believed in reviving the old glory of the Sultanate. So he was a very futuristic man. The nobles, however, were not in his favor. A major part of his rule was spent in controlling them. Then the third is Muhammad Shah Shahid. He ruled from 1434 to 1443. Muhammad Shah succeeded his uncle Mubarak Shah. ठीक है, he was the nephew of Muhammad Shah, and during his rule, nobles became very strong and powerful. Now the fourth one is Alauddin Alam Shah Sayyid. Okay, Alam Shah became the Sultan after Muhammad Shah. Okay, in 1451 he was defeated by Bahulal Lodi, and he was defeated by Bahulal Lodi. After this incident, the short rule of the Sayyid dynasty came to an end. और इस तरह Sayyid dynasty क्या हो गई? खत्म हो गई. He was defeated by him. Okay, now the Lodi dynasty. Okay, the Lodi dynasty saw the end of the Turkish rule and the beginning of the rule of Afghans. Okay, the rulers of the Lodi dynasty is first one Bahlul Lodi. He ruled from 1451 to 1489. He was the first Afghani Lodi ruler. So he was the first Afghani Lodi ruler. He tried to consolidate the divided Sultanate. जो भी दिल्ली की सल्तनत डिवाइड हो गई थी वो उसने क्या किया, कंसोलिडेट किया, इकट्ठा करना शुरू कर दिया. He took some steps and removed rebellious governors and appointed royal Afghan nobles in their place. और जो भी दूसरे नोबल्स थे जो रेबिलियन कर रहे थे उन्होंने उनको हटा के अफगान को नोबल्स को अपॉइंट किया. एट द टाइम ऑफ हिज डेथ द सल्तनत स्ट्रेच्ड फ्रॉम पंजाब टू बिहार. ओके, नाउ द सेकंड लोधी रूलर इज सिकंदर लोधी. सिकंदर लोधी वाज द सन ऑफ बहुला लोधी and he was the most powerful ruler of the Lodi dynasty. Okay, and Sikandar Lodi took over Jaunpur and Bihar and also signed a treaty of friendship with the ruler of Bengal. तो उन्होंने एक treaty sign की with the ruler of Bengal and he conquered from Jaunpur to Bihar. He was a reformer too and introduced many public welfare measures like providing loans to farmers, lowering prices, etc. And he was a very good reformer. He was very helpful. And the city of Agra was founded by him and Agra became his capital. And the city of Agra was founded by whom? Yes, it's by Sikandar Lodi and he made his capital. Now the next one is Ibrahim Lodi. He ruled from 1517 to 1526. Okay, Ibrahim Lodi succeeded Sikandar Lodi. ठीक, सिकंदर लोधी को किसने सक्सीड किया? इब्राहिम लोधी. He had to initially struggle against the Afghan nobles who rebelled against him. और स्टार्टिंग में उनको जो नोबल्स थे, अफगान नोबल्स थे, उनके साथ क्या करना पड़ा? स्ट्रगल करना पड़ा. But eventually he defeated them. But finally he defeated them. To prevent such revolts in future, he replaced senior nobles and governors. These senior nobles and governors were very powerful. और जितने भी उसके किंगडम में सीनियर्स नोबल्स और गवर्नर्स थे अफगान के, उन्होंने उनको क्या कर दिया? रिप्लेस कर दिया, हटा दिया. The younger nobles took their place. उनकी जगह younger nobles को ले आया गया. Displaced nobles were not happy by his decision, so they conspired against him with the Babur. तो जो लोग थे, जो गवर्नर्स थे जिनको हटा दिया गया, so they were not happy and they made a conspiracy. उन्होंने बाबर के साथ मिलके षड्यंत्र किया. Babur and Ibrahim Lodi fought against the first battle of Panipat in 1526 and the first battle of Panipat was fought between Babur and Ibrahim Lodi in 1526 and here Lodi was defeated and overthrown. यहाँ पे लोधी को क्या किया गया? हरा दिया गया. Thus the rule of the glorious sultans came to an end. This paved the way for the foundation of the Mughal dynasty. और इसके बाद Mughal dynasty period का start हो गया, that we have studied previously. So after the end of the Delhi Sultanate, the Mughal dynasty came in. Okay children, so that's all for today. Okay, today's homework is question number 1, who was Sikandar Lodi? Question number 2, what were the responsibilities of the Iqtadar? Question number 3 is, what was the role of Chief Qazi? And question number 4 is, why was the court of Delhi Sultans called ceremonial? And question number 5 is, when and by whom Battle of Panipat was fought? So children, our chapter is finished today and we have completed the chapter the Delhi Sultanate. Okay, and I hope that everybody have understood it well. So children, these 5 question answers you have to note down in your homework copy in a neat and clean handwriting. And once again I will tell, please go through the chapter, read it thoroughly. Okay, and in my next upcoming video I will be discussing the exercises and question answer of the chapter. Okay, so children, that's all for today. Take care of yourself. Thank you.